Now, a group of people are protesting in Pakistan against the disappearance of 4 bloggers who are known on the social media circuit, if you like, for their liberal, secularist views, and often they were against the country's conservative military establishment. Human rights groups are urging the government to investigate their whereabouts after the men went missing last week. The opposition Pakistan's People's Party has labelled the disappearances a planned and coordinated crackdown to silence those critical of the government. We've got Tahira Abdullah with us now, human rights defender who's live in Islamabad. Pleasure to talk to you, Ms. Tahira. I believe you were part of a demonstration actually today that held an event. Where did you go? What did you call for?
The same demand that we've been making since 2001, when this so-called enforced disappearances started. And by the way, there are thousands and thousands of Pakistanis who have been disappeared, enforced in voluntary manner, especially in the province of Balochistan and the federally administered tribal areas which adjoin Afghanistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa provinces in the northwest of Pakistan. And now we are seeing it coming closer to home in the urban centers such as Islamabad and Lahore and parts of Sindh, Karachi, but those are political workers. So there is a difference in the kinds of people who are being disappeared. Now it is human rights defenders, social media activists and bloggers. And this reminds me of what has been happening in Bangladesh over the past 2 or 3 years.
Well, wasn't there a cybercrime law that came into effect last year in 2016? This would clearly be linked to that, a result of that.
It might have some dots connecting it to the law which is called the Pakistan Electronic Crimes Act 2016. This was supposed to be done to prevent cyber stalking, cyber harassment, cyber molestation, the ostensible reason was this. But many of us in the human rights community and in the IT community, in the IT industry, were saying over and over again, and we lobbied with parliamentarians, we lobbied with the government of Pakistan, we tried to lobby with those in the government's electronic for example, PEMRA, the Pakistan Electronic Media Regulatory Authority, etc. We tried very hard to advocate our cause and say that there are many clauses in the draft bill of PECA, Pakistan Electronic Crimes Act, which would be detrimental to fundamental rights and freedom of expression. But no one heard us. I would like to commend here some of the opposition political parties. You mentioned the Pakistan People's Party, but there is also the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf of Mr. Imran Khan. There was the MQM of Karachi, which is based mainly in Karachi and Hyderabad. They supported our stand very strongly in Parliament and outside Parliament, but unfortunately we were not heard. Because the government has a simple majority in the lower house of Parliament in the National Assembly, they mustered up enough votes even in the Senate, so they were able to pass this law, and the detrimental effects are now coming to the fore.
Tahira Abdullah, we thank you for your time and your thoughts on this story.